Hey everybody, how you doing? Trainer Mike, the Machine, coming to you. This is the first installment of Ask the Machine, 50 Secrets to Health, Fitness, and Longevity. And today, like I said, I went over on my Facebook page and kind of let you come over here. This is the first. I'm going to continue to do this every day at between 12 and 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And when you come over, you'll get one of my secret tips. All right, today's tip is, so first of all, before we even get started and going, hit that subscribe button. Put on your notification bell. Make sure you have that on there so you get notified when I come to you with these tips. I'm also going to do the same thing randomly with my funny gym stories. I know all you guys have loved that series. You've reached out to me and said, Mike, we need more funny stories. So I will come to you with that as well. But this is a series that I'm going to do every single day at 12 noon for 50 days, and it's going to be 50 secret tips to health, fitness, and longevity. Okay, so today, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, like it, share it. Let's get more people subscribed to this channel so that I could go live with these. I have to get to a certain number of likes and certain number of subscribers so that I could go live on this channel. So we need to get that up there. Please share it around. Tell people to subscribe to the channel. All right. Tip number one is the difference between training and simply lifting or working out. There is a big difference. It's almost like a Grand Canyon size difference, folks, between working out and lifting or training. All right. Training is very specific, and it deals with having a goal and then having a protocol that's all encompassing, regimen, if you will, all encompassing, that narrows all the tributaries. Let's look at it like a river. A river is running and it has these streams running into it at every angle. And then that river runs into the ocean. Okay, so your goal is the ocean. And what you're doing, the plan, is the river. And the tributaries or the streams have to lead and converge into that river in order to get to the goal, which is the ocean. Okay. But most people, a lot of times, they're just working out. They're just lifting. They're just doing this, doing that, and it's a sporadic activity. It's not a continuous activity leading towards the goal or the outcome or the ocean. Okay, so we've got to look when we have a plan. So let's say you just want to get healthier and you don't know where to start. You want to have better longevity. You want to feel good, look good, have a great life. That's fantastic, great goal. But now you got to narrow that goal down to what is leading you to think you're not going to have that. Okay, well, you don't work out, you don't lift weights, you're weak, you eat poorly, you only get 5 hours of sleep a night, you drink alcohol, maybe you smoke on occasion, you hit the drive-through twice, 3 times a week, you drink a cup of Starbucks coffee every morning with super latte jatte or whatever. Okay, you got to get rid of some things, and then you've got to replace with some better options, and that's a whole part of those tributaries that are leading into that river. Okay, those streams that are going into that river. So then you say, okay, I'm going to get rid of this. So if you have a trainer, maybe that trainer, if they're bright enough and they have enough years in the game, and they're trying to actually train you, because that's what a trainer is supposed to do. But I see trainers all the time. All they're doing is leading people through workouts. They're just assembly lining it down, and that's not going to do anything. A person may get a little bit of results for a little period of time, but then it's all for naught, right? So how are you going to get to that how are you going to get that river to get into the ocean? All right, this is how you do it, folks. You break down and you realize what you're doing and why you're doing it, and if it's going to actually get you to your goal. So if you're doing those negative things, you realize that's not going to get you to that goal. It's going to get you to other goals. It's going to get you out of shape, and your lung capacity is going to be bad, and you're going to get diabetes or whatever. So yeah, if that's your goal, but you got to eliminate things that are going to steer you away from the goal. So you got to break the dam down, so to speak, so that you can flow into the river. And then when you got to flow direct. Okay, so how's that? Well, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to work on certain very, aspects that I need to. If I have very bad lung capacity, if I'm overweight, and if my ankles are killing me, you can't go out and run. You can't maybe go on a treadmill. Maybe you can get on an elliptical. Maybe you can do a little period of time doing this or doing that. Like a good trainer will do that. Or if you're going to train yourself, you find things that don't hurt you and that you can do, and you can do at a moderate level. You can raise your heart rate. You can buy a heart rate monitor so that you know where your heart rate zone is. You get into that zone, you train for 30 minutes, that type of thing, right? About eating, okay? Big part. Nutrition, what goes in is very important. All the old adages, you are what you eat, and this and that kind of thing. It's all true. If you're putting garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. It ain't going to work, right? So you figure out what is appropriate for you. Maybe it is a keto diet. Maybe it is a vegan diet. Maybe it is a carnivore diet. Maybe it is an Atkins plan. Whatever it may be, or maybe it's what I do. Maybe you're a flexitarian. Maybe you do a little bit of everything. Maybe you do intermittent fasting. That's what I do. I intermittent fast, and I am a flexitarian. I eat a large variety of foods, but I always wait. I eat at night. My last meal is about 8:30, and then I do not eat again until about 1-2 o'clock the next day, and that works for me. And then I eat one meal, and then I don't eat until about 6 o'clock. I eat another meal, then I eat another meal at 8:30, and there I am. So I eat 3 meals, but it's all between that time frame. And so, but this is not about me. This is about the difference between working out and lifting, or running, or doing any type of workout, and training. There's a huge difference. If you want goals, if you want to have something that's going to be true and honest and going to work for you over time and going to increase your longevity, it's going to increase your fitness level, it's going to make you feel good, look good, have a great life, you're going to need to get all those streams running into the river, and the river running into the ocean. The ocean is your final goal. The river is the things that you're doing that are going to get you there, and the streams are those actual actions that you're taking to make sure that the water runs into that river, and so forth. And that's just an analogy, but you get the gist, right? All right, so that's how it's going. That's the difference, and those things are going to make you better get to your goal. Now, I also said I was going to tell you about the trap situation. Man was a guy in there. He hasn't done a bodybuilding show for 8 years. He wants to get in shape for one. He's 54 years old. He sees me doing traps, and he's doing traps too. He comes over to me and he says, "Man, what have you done for your traps? Why are they look like that?" And there's genetic factors and so forth, but I see what he's doing, and he says he's over there doing extremely heavy weights, and he's not going full range of motion, and he's not squeezing the rep at the top. Okay, so he's not getting a full range of motion, and he's not getting a full contraction. Big important part of it. So I simply said, well, what I've done over time, I did what you're doing, and I used to go heavy weights and that, and my neck would be ripped apart, and my shoulders would be ripped apart for days and days and days, and I wasn't able to train properly after that. So that was a poor way of training. So I realized that it's better to go lighter weights, increase the range of motion so I get more muscle tissue involved, and then I contract and squeeze the muscle, hold for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then ease all the way down, and then up squeeze. I said, you're just rapidly doing this, and you're only getting that muscle to work about 30% work, and it's not stretching out, so it's not fully stretching and releasing, or eccentric contraction. It's not getting a full eccentric, it's not getting a full concentric, so it's not tearing the muscle tissue down enough to really get a repair factor going. And he's like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Well, it's science, but also it's how you do it, why you do it, when you do it, and what you're doing it for. Just like I said with this. That's why there's a difference between training and simply lifting. Okay, that's the tips for today. Number 1 in the series of 50 secrets to health, fitness, and longevity. I'm Trainer Mike, the Machine. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you subscribe and get all the everything. Share this with everybody you know. Let's build this. Send in your questions below. Hit that. Put your question below if you'd like, or hit me up some other way. And make sure you check me out on Facebook as well. All right, I'm on Facebook. I'm Trainer Mike 111, 3 1s. Trainer Mike 111, or at the Machine MK. God bless you. I love you. I'll see you next time. Peace.